It's really quite hard to be outstanding. To be outstanding in anything, you have to stand out by definition, which means be different from the norm or the group. And to be different from the group is tricky, because people in the group, like sheep, like to look at each other for comfort, for support, for backup, thinking, is this the right decision? People find comfort in security. I mean, as a caveman, of course you don't eat the new berries because we don't know what happens when you eat the new berries. And it's the same in business. But it's really hard. It's a real challenge to stand out and be different. And I feel like I struggle with that quite a lot at the moment. It's daunting. It's really easy to live in your comfort zone. It is. That's why it's the comfort zone. It's comfortable. It's nice. Whereas doing things that are hard, that push you, that are stressful and challenging, they really take their toll. They do. And it's not about avoiding the hard. It's about managing it. And that's the bit that's getting me at the minute. It's really funny because all the people you see on the internet that are running businesses, that are making thousands, they're doing this, that are making millions. Some will make $1 million a month in take-home pay. It's not realistic to the average person. Like, in the same way that we all know how to get abs and lean, but it's hard. It's not easy. So, yeah, I mean, I heard a metaphor recently about the tallest tree gets the most wind. It's true. You know, if that tree's above all the rest, it takes a bit more of a battering. But at the same time, he's not like all the other trees. Anyway, that's a convoluted way of saying that things are hard. Things are hard at Murgs at the minute. Christ. And I'm not having a fun time. I'm struggling a bit. And a lot of it comes from my ability to manage and handle stress. Handling stress is a demon. And even having the kids, you know, I've got twin girls aged 3. On the surface, it's like, oh, okay, cool, you've got a couple of kids. Yeah, but they are for me. And it's really hard to moan when your kids love you so hard, but at the same time, it's so taxing when you hear, daddy, dad, daddy, daddy, 500 times a day. And it's not them. I love my kids. My kids are outstanding. I love them. It's just kids. I really struggle managing kids because the things they do and the things they need are not logical. They're illogical. They make no sense. They cry over things that, as adults, I think we just realise that there's more to life than which way you put a straw into a cup, you know? And anyway, getting back to business at Murgs, where are we at? I say we, there's only me. There's one person at Murgs, and it is myself. We're ticking over. It's really bizarre because although the products that Murgs sells, weightlifting, knee supports, belts, wrist wraps, all that sort of stuff, it's kind of evergreen. You know, if you sell sunglasses, you're going to sell all your sunglasses between like March and September, right? And if you sell Christmas trees, that is pretty quiet right now. But when it comes to lifting gear, you'd think the middle of summer would be fine, but I think this might be the quietest part of the year. And my suspicion is people are either prepping to go on holiday, they are on holiday, or it's just the weather's not right for wrapping up in knee supports and training. I don't know, it's a really tough one. Because you'd think, oh, people will be outside running around. I bet people are in beer gardens more than they are running around outside lifting weights. And it gets me down. I think I do. I've got sleep apnea. So for my whole life, I've had night terrors. I've been sleepwalking. I've been a top tier bad sleeper, if that's any sort of accreditation. And a couple of years ago, I got a CPAP, which is this mask that you put on, and it just pumps air into your mouth, into your face and your nose. Not oxygen or anything clever, literally just air to make sure I'm breathing. And from that, I've suffered a bit of memory loss, I believe, just due to not getting the deep, restful REM sleep that we need. And I think it's cost me in memory. I do, because I've got a bit of a short-term memory. I'm quite the optimist as well, so I'm always looking forward to things that can improve or go better. But at the same time, businesses don't always just go up and up and up and up. And as much as I forget about this time of year, every time of year, and I know full well the product's there, everything's like, the business is good. It's just a case of me. I'm the weak link in my business. Like, I am the problem. So it's hard to isolate yourself. If this was an employee or someone else, or we had a team, you could look at the team and be like, guys, can we improve this? Can we get more ads out? Can we do this? Can we do that? But when it's only yourself, you do take all the blame, which is hard. You take credit for the wins and the fails. And yeah, there's just this, apologies, this myth or mystery that businesses are like growing month on month on month. And it's just not true. But there's so much, it's basically just BS online. It's just nonsense. I also think this, I'm like, if someone's found a way to make £100,000 a month in profit, why are they telling you? What do they want out of this? Like, I understand on some levels there's Mr. Alex Hormozy that wants to be a billionaire. I'm like, right, you do you. But these people out there that are selling you courses and things, and I just don't understand it. So I'm always dubious of that. But yeah, business just, it sucks, man. The hard days are really hard. And at the minute, there's more hard days than there is good days. So yeah, it's taking its toll on me. I've been trying to improve my health. That's one way that I'm thinking I could improve. My diet is abysmal. I just eat crap all the time. I drink basically just energy drinks regularly. And it's not good. I don't get enough vitamins or minerals. I don't eat enough proteins. I'm not getting good nutrients. My sleep last night, I was up from, I don't know, maybe 4 till 5. That's just too much time up through the night. There should be no one up between 4 and 5. And I know it's for the kids and it's for them, and I get up with them and I'll make sure they're all right. But it's just so challenging. Another thing that's really hard is having the potential to do big things, but not necessarily being able to act on it like you like. That's I think where I'm struggling. It's the mismatch between potential and ability to act on what I feel like I know I can do. And yeah, I don't know. So aside from me eating better and trying to sleep better, I even signed up to the gym last week. I've only been once, but at the same time I went once and I felt amazing. I've trained at the gym for nearly 13 years prior to having kids, and had the kids, things just went sideways, to put it politely. But yeah, so the plan for Murgs at the minute, more marketing, more advertising. People don't know we exist at all. People have no idea. They just don't know. They're like, fair enough. I feel like they know. I see all our content. My life is smothered with Murgs, but nobody else's is. Nobody else's life involves us. People probably don't even realise they're putting Murgs knee sleeves on when they put them on. Like, people are not conscious of what they wear or what they do. They're conscious of making a purchase. So I've been trying to run some more ads. And due to a shortness in time, I ran some the other day that were AI. They had an AI person on talking based off like reviews and things. I'd found some content in their Trustpilot. Some of them are really long, and I picked a load of good bits out of each. And within like 2 days, there was a comment being like, last week these ads were from the founder and now it's this AI slop. And there were part of me that's like, you're right. You're not wrong. I struggle with criticism. I do. That's one thing that isn't fun. We'll come back to that. But yeah, in terms of running ads, I need to run more ads. I need to, apparently, after reading this comment, I actually shot the guy a DM as well, because he was like, oh, AI slop, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, you're right. I appreciate the constructive criticism. I think that was a bit more polite than was required. But yeah, I was like, thank you. You've just made me aware that clearly this is not resonating. And I'll be honest though, I'd rather one person say something vocally like that can be fixed and can be amended. It didn't say, haha, your eyes are too close together and you've got to big face. Well, there's nothing you can do about that. Get on Facetune and shrink my head. But he said something that I'm like, no, I've got control over this. And I think I knew deep down that it was right. The thing is, it's easy to both overthink and underthink. When somebody doesn't leave a comment, that doesn't mean that they're like, yeah, this is the best thing ever. Oh, just been cut off by a police van. Nice. Yeah, there'll be a lot of people in that video that I don't want people to watch it, but then be like, But at the same time, our target demographic's 25 to 45. So a lot of those won't be aware. Anyway, I'm getting into the weeds. I struggle with criticism, and I'm an incredibly harsh critic of myself. I really, really kick the shit out of me, and it's not good. In fact, it's bad. I spoke to a mentor once. I've had a couple of mentors over the years, and I had a business mentor. It was from my accountants. They were setting up a new service at their company, and they invited me along to do a few sessions to see what I thought, just to have a chat. And I spoke to a lady called Ellen. Fantastic. She's dead good. And I really got a lot out of it. And her perspective was, when you are looking at yourself, you are both the, shall we say, founder, owner, and employee. And in that sense, stop treating everything I do as the founder and the owner. Start having these different hats that I wear. So now I'm much more conscious of, if I was an employee, would it be reasonable to say I had to stay till 6:30 tonight to get this job done? No. If I was an employee and I tried really hard to finish a task on a day and I didn't quite get it done, is that enough to walk out and be like, what a terrible day that was. Didn't even get it finished. No, like you did the first 90%. That's progress. And so I'm trying to just be a little bit kinder to myself by changing how I view my role and my job and how I do what I do. So yeah, it's it's a bit of a strange place at the minute. Cash flow's poor. That is a nightmare, managing your cash flow coming in and out. At the minute, I think I've got too much stock. I think I've got more money tied up in stock than I need. And I just got to get selling some. And the way to sell stuff's ads. So, yeah, I'm trying to put my brave pants on today and tackle some of these problems. And also, I'm going to make a return to making videos because I miss doing this. It's like therapy for me, and I hope it's useful to someone else. There's a lot of things that I know now that I think, wow, I wish I'd have known that earlier. Or even just a shift in perspective, or just a little smidge of useful. So, yeah, we're back to making videos, and the plan, and I'm going to say this on video, is to make one every single day in July. It's currently July the 1st, so that fell well. And, yeah, I need to just share what I'm doing. As well, the amount of times I've spoken with you guys and got some really good insight. I am not someone on the internet that is sat around being like, I am the king of e-commerce. No, there's always more to learn. There's always people doing better. There's always a different technique or skill or something that you've not learned or used or done. It's just finding out what's worth using or what works for my business or what works for me specifically. As someone with OCD and a weird, it's not a fear of being disliked, but at the same time, it's like, I like to be liked. Does not everyone? But it turns out they don't. You look at people like Elon Musk and I'm like, wow, you are bold in a way that I admire. You do make some terrible, 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 terrible decisions and choices. But at the same time, Elon just does his thing, right? He doesn't look at others and think, is this the right move? Elon's like, yeah, we're going to do that. Same again though, it's easy, isn't it, when you've got a $300 billion parachute. That's the thing that's stressing me at the minute the most. I think it's the money. It's one of them where I have, as much as I am an optimist and I'm like, yes, we can do this. When I'm overstressed, it just gets hard to keep that belief and remain faithful to what you're doing. I mean, I've been running Murgs since 2017, so I'm quite good at sticking at it. We're 8 years in. And, yeah, I must have wanted to quit like 50 times. And you think, 50 times, that's an exaggeration. No, it's a lot. It's more than you think. And this is the side that nobody else shows. Nobody else shares this. Everyone else shows the sunshine, the rainbows, this is brilliant. It's amazing. Look how many Rolls Royces I've got. It's like, okay. Half of them people are fakers anyway. But yeah, so the start of something new, the start of eating better, the start of being better. And yeah, if this helps at all, leave me a comment, you know, and bonus points for it being a nice one. But yeah, I'm going to get cracking.